Hey guys, hey everybody over on Facebook land. How are you guys doing today? I am Altavis Pelzer. I am the voice coach, not a voice coach, but the voice coach. I am a professional speaker, certified life coach, and Amazon best-selling author. I currently have 6 books on Amazon with another 2 coming out within the next few weeks. I'm super excited about that. But I am coming to you guys live from San Diego or via the replay. And I'm super excited. Oh my goodness. It's episode 43 of Speak Easy. And so you guys know that I normally come to you guys around 2:30, 3 o'clock. Hey, Sharon. Talking to you about what the behind the scenes are when it comes to being a speaker and author. And today is no different. For those who do not know, I am in sunny San Diego, California for a podcasting conference that just ended. It's been amazing, right? It's been amazing. So, you know, we had yesterday we were pitching to podcasters for interview opportunities, and it was like, wow, you literally had 2 minutes. Hey, Nicole, good afternoon. How are you, Pastor Nick? Hey, how are you, sis? Yes, it was like, oh my goodness, super nerve-wracking, because when in your mind, there's a couple different things that I'm going to talk about. I don't want to be all over the place. And some, you know, there was just a lot that I learned. And so, as those who are coming in, if you haven't done so already, share out the broadcast. Thank you for the reactions. I greatly appreciate it. And I saw Fatima come in. Hey, Fatima. So, when it comes to doing a 2-minute pitch, first of all, when you hear that you have to do a 2-minute pitch, it kind of like freaks you out because you're like, wait, 2 minutes? What can I tell people about me in 2 minutes that's going to make them want to say, wow, I need you on my show. I need you on my platform. And we often forget, you know, that whole elevator pitch. A lot of times people don't perform it as much as they used to, or practice it as much as they used to, because they feel as though, you know, they can send it via text, via email. Social media tells a lot about a person. At this point, social media is a snitch and tells just about everything and anything about you that people want to know. So that part, hey Stevie. So that part is very real. That, yeah, it gives a very clear, distinct description about who you are as a speaker, author, coach, if you are doing your social media the right way. And so, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh my goodness, a 2-minute pitch, 2 minutes. I got to talk about the greatness that is the unicorn in 2 minutes. Whew. And not just do it in 2 minutes, but do it in 2 minutes for 40 different people. Oh my goodness. So, yeah, it was pretty nerve-wracking. I'm actually sitting here sending and following up with some of the podcasters from this week. I'll be sending out, you know, thank you emails as part of this week as well. But right now I'm sending out some follow-ups on some opportunities that were presented to me this week. So, you said you talk about yourself so much. Not when you have to be like very precise on what it is that you discuss, because if not, you'll go off on a tangent and completely miss out on your time. And so what ended up happening for a lot of people yesterday was that literally that 2-minute time slot was not enough. And simply because it was like they didn't have it niched down so much that they could spit it out in like 3 sentences, 4 sentences, 5 at the most. And literally, when you think about a 2-minute pitch, that 2-minute pitch is 5 sentences at the most. And then the opportunity to go back and, you know, ask questions or fill in the blank somewhere along the line. But literally, it's like 2 minutes, it's like 5 sentences, if that. And so the process was interesting. So the beginning of my statement was that I take women from abuse to applause. That was the main focus of my statement, because the women that I do work with are those who have been through domestic violence, those who have been through sex trafficking, domestic violence, molestation, rape. So that's my target. And since that's my target, that's literally, it summed it up in that one power statement. And so that brings me to saying to you was, what's your power statement? What's that powerful statement, that one sentence that will just like drop the mic? A lot of times we don't have that. As speakers and as authors, we always should. We should have that one statement, right? And you know what's funny, Stevie? Like, it was me talking to some of the amazing people, the sponsors, the icons, and people that were there at at the event. And that's where it came from. Like, I was sharing, I always talk about what you have to offer is a blood donation, and there's somebody somewhere waiting for a blood transfusion. Will you let them live or die? And so the woman that I was talking about, she was actually one of the sponsors at the New Media Summit. And so, we were talking, and she said, so what I hear you saying is this. And she said, and it sums it up saying that, you take women from abuse to applause. And I was just like, light bulb. It came out so like amazing. I loved it. I love it. But what's that one power sentence that you can say about yourself and your company or your brand that you wouldn't really need to explain anything else? Like, I literally, one of the people that I went up to, I made that statement, and that was all I needed to say. I say you help women to find the courage and confidence to sign the permission slip of their lives. Okay, go ahead, Stevie. Listen, I know Stevie is all about rocking the ick factor. If you don't know that, if you haven't connected with Stevie Aisha Mills, she is definitely someone you want to connect with. But yeah, no, what's that one statement that you can say about your business or your brand that sums it all up? And, that one statement, that one sentence was literally like everything wrapped up in a pretty little bow. That's what it was. It was everything wrapped up in a pretty little bow. And I was so appreciative of having that moment to be able to say, oh my goodness, this is who I am. This is my brand. This is my company. And people saying, I get that. I love what you do. I do. Hey, Integrity. Hey, William. And so literally, that was the thing, that making that statement, it was so much fun. But oh my goodness, doing a 2-minute pitch. Woo, doing 40 of them was, oh my goodness. Right? Listen. Yes, that 2-minute pitch was everything. So, when you think about the 2-minute pitch, what will you share about you in 2 minutes? And guys, I'm always telling you that as an author, as a speaker, you should always be telling people who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. And when you look at that one sentence, does that one sentence clear up who you are, who you serve, and how you serve? And in me saying that one sentence, it cleared up literally who I was, who I serve, and how I serve. Literally, just plain and simple. But that's not something that a lot of entrepreneurs are doing. That's not something that they're even thinking is capable or possible for them to do, because, we think everything got to be complicated. Everything got to be 9 pages long, a dissertation, in order for us to explain what we do in our business. And I don't know if that's because of the fact that, we feel like we have to explain ourselves to people, or is it the fact that, we feel like we have to live up to a certain level of expectation when it comes to our business. And so we throw out all of these magical words, and it's not really what we feel about our business. It's just words for us to try to sound smart, or words for us to fit into a certain category, or words for us to fit into a certain demographic. Okay, no. What does your business do? I'm a cook and a baker. I make amazing baked goods for you and your event. Yes, indeed. That is so true. That is so true. And so you got to think, as a speaker, as an author, what am I conveying to my potential client as well as to my clients? What am I conveying? And so with that statement, thinking about that statement, I literally am conveying to them, I know what you've been through as somebody who's going through molestation. I know the back door, the behind the curtain things that occur. And, I've been there. I'm showing you how I got out of it and how you can get out of it as well. And then watching women move from being scared to being positive and being, in that space of, I don't know what to do, to being in that headspace of, I can accomplish so much. I can do just about anything if I put my mind to it. Some people feel compelled to overstate, yes, the non-important, thinking it sells the point. It does not. And that's it right there in a nutshell, William. So we think that we just think we gotta let's call it. Come on, because y'all know I said it. Hashtag real talk. Let's call a spade a spade. They want to perpetrate a fraud. Let's call a spade a spade. They want to perpetrate a fraud. They want to sound smart. They want to look like they are making $1 million, knowing that they're scrounging to try to get together the money to go to this event or putting things together to go to that event. I know that in the last weekend, I've had 3 people cancel services. So no, it's not always easy. No. And you would think that you would not want to be away somewhere and have people start canceling stuff. That's not good. Hello, Nelson. How are you? That's not good. But the reality is I'm very transparent because no, this has not been an easy process. No, this has not been all giggles and stars. Although I am the unicorn, this has not been all giggles and stars and rainbows. There have been, some really tough times. And, when we convey who we are we just conveying what we want people to see us as, or are we really conveying who we are as the entrepreneur, who we are as the speaker, who we are as an author? I have been known to do speeches where I talk about mashed potatoes and all types of other stuff. Listen, that's just me. That's me. But that when I show up, you're going to get me. You're not going to get somebody else. You're going to get me. Authentic me. Silly giggles me. I laughed so hard this week, I could listen. I had tears in my eyes. But what are you conveying? Do you have that one statement that you can say about your business or your brand that truly allows people to understand who you are, who you serve, and how you serve? And if you don't, hey, Faye, it was amazing. It was so amazing. It has been an amazing event. So I am literally in San Diego right now. We just wrapped up the new summit, the new media summit, which was a podcast summit. I got to meet some amazing podcasters, some of the leading industry podcasters, and talk to them about, what they're doing and how they're doing. But we also had the opportunity to pitch to all 40 of these podcasters to be on their platforms. Hey, Susan. Let's see. Do well. Possibly, Nelson. I'm actually about to get ready to do checkout and then go position myself so I can get some more work done. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it today. I can try though. My book, My Story for His Glory, is a survivor's memoir that will give you inspiration. Okay, that's great, Susan, but who are you? That's the book. Who are you? Who is Susan Elizabeth Henson? Who are you? That's the book. The book is a part of your brand. So for those who do not know, as an author, For those that are authors and those that are speakers, I always tell you that you are a business. You are a brand. And no matter if you're an author, no matter if you're just a speaker, guess what? You're also an entrepreneur. And in being an entrepreneur, you always have to be presenting your brand, not just your book, but your brand. So you have to understand that, yes, I'm promoting the sale of a book, but I'm also promoting my brand, and anything that my name is attached to, that's me. It's all me. It's the brand of me. And so what am I telling people about my brand? Not necessarily my book, but what am I explaining to them when it comes to my brand in a one statement? So for me, it was, the statement that I used while I was at the event to be able to pitch to the podcasters. But those of you who are new know, you may not know, but those who have been here for a while, you know that I'm always telling you, it's always about teaching people and telling people who you are, who you serve, and how you serve. And in every aspect, you should always be teaching people that. Because if I'm only posting my books and telling you about my books, but you don't know anything about me, you're not really going to be compelled to buy my book, because you don't know, there's no relationship. There's no understanding that has been built between you and I. And so you're just marketing to me. And I had this conversation even this week during the, during the podcast summit, where we were talking, and I said, I cringe every time I get tagged on a post. Somebody posts a picture of a product or a service they have, and then they're tagging me on it. Not necessarily because I'm their audience, but simply because they want my audience to see it. That's not promoting. That's not marketing. That's spam. Or sending you a flyer in the inbox and things like that. That's spam. And so that's not how you promote. The best way to promote is to start building up a community of people who are engaged in what it is that you're doing, or who want to follow what it is that you're saying. And as you build that relationship, they'll want to buy the book. They'll want to buy all the books. I have people who literally are like, Coach, when is the next book coming out? But it's because I built up that relationship. I didn't just jump in thinking that if I just tell them about the book, that was going to be it. So you, Susan, have to understand that, yes, the book is good, but what is your brand statement? What is that part? And no, I am not a brand manager. No, I am not a branding coach. I have somebody who takes care of all of that for me. Simply because, that's not my lane. That is definitely not my lane. I know how to stay in my lane. My lane is speaking. My lane is talking. And my lane is equipping women to define, accept, and use their unique voice after abuse. That's my lane. I stay in it very well. Very, very well. So that's just, and like I said, it's a process. Oh, you like the kiss it message? Yes. Hey, Jennifer. Oh, yes, definitely, William. Notes to me, though. The survivor. Okay. Okay, Nelson. Yeah. Listen. William said every library has brand management for dummies. Listen. I could definitely understand that. Yes, Stevie, I'm always untagging myself. I'm always taking myself out of group chats, and it's a lot. But people think that that's a part of, I don't know what they think it is. So I guess they figure that's promoting, that's how you get people to come to your event. But I'm much more willing to come to your event if, you've been telling me about different things that you've been doing and building up this repertoire and going live and really putting it out there what you do. And then you have an event. I'm more compelled to come and buy a ticket to your event than you just tagging me in a post. It doesn't work that way. Although people have they still do it. They still do it. And so, I don't know. I don't know. because I haven't seen Renee do anything as far as branding as of yet. I know that I use right now with my social media, I'm using Candace Townsend. That's who y'all saw me with yesterday when I was live. And then I use another good one is Brandy Butler. She does a lot. Hey Antoinette, hey sis. Brandy Butler does a lot with branding. She actually has a branding community here on Facebook. You said you're on, did you say you're on Serial Time? Wait, you said Serial Time? I'm guessing you meant Central Time. No, I think I will be Central Time at 4 will be what, like 2 here? It'll be like 2 o'clock here. I should be okay to talk at that time. I'm still trying to, because I'm in San Diego right now, and I'm normally East Coast, so trying to get all the times together is not my friend. Exactly. One-on-one is definitely better because you create that know, like, and trust factor. People buy from who they know, like, and trust. And if you're just tagging me in a post, I don't know you, I don't like you because you just tagged me in a post with 98 other people that I don't know. And I definitely don't trust you because you just tagged me in a post with 98 other people. So, again, that's why I'm always getting my clients to put it out there. Who am I, who I serve, and how I serve as I move forward. Who am I, who I serve, how I serve. Even if your brand changes, who am I, who I serve, how I serve. If you always keep those key points in front of people, then you can't go wrong, because guess what? Everybody will know who you are, who you serve, how you serve. This is something else that it allows you to do, is that when you have that key statement that tells people who you are, who you serve, and how you serve, you create repetition, you create consistency, because people know that when you show up to do a live stream, they know that I'm the voice coach. Why? Because that's what I am. I define, accept, and use people, unique voice. That's what I do. I help people to be able to do that, and they know it because I've been consistent in that. But if you're selling one statement one day, and then the next day it's another statement, and then on Friday you got a whole other statement, they're not going to be, listen, it's not going to work that way. It is not going to work that way. So I'm like sitting here, I'm sending emails, I'm doing work, and getting all this stuff together and sending all this stuff out. And I'm just like, yeah, it's a lot. But as a speaker, as an author, you definitely want to make sure that you have that 2-minute pitch. Because guess what? If I didn't already have something put together that I could at least put out there and say, okay, this is what I have, can we work on it? Then I wouldn't have been able to perfect what it is that I was saying, when I was pitching yesterday. Especially when you have, like I said, that 2 minutes, it sounds like you could be able to get a couple sentences out and like really nail it. It don't work that way. That little bell was ringing and folks were still trying to yet hold on to the table and they were still trying to have a conversation. No, you gotta hit it and quit it. I'd hate to say it that way, but literally that's what it is. Hey, Michael. Kind of like clickbait versus someone going actually pay-per-view event. Exactly. They might click, but they won't stay. Exactly. So it is 2 p.m. Yep. Okay. Yes. Yep. Who am I, who I serve, and how I serve. Always. Oh yeah, so Stevie said repeat mine for those who hopped on late. So for those who hopped on late, you can't take this one because it's mine. Nana. I take women from abuse to applause. And y'all are going to be hearing that a whole lot more because there's some other things coming down the pipeline. So for those who do not know, I am Altavice Pelzer. I am professional speaker, certified life coach, and Amazon bestselling author. I currently have 6 books on Amazon with another 3 coming out really soon. But, this week has been really amazing at the New Media Summit, having the opportunity to reach out and talk to some other people, and also, get some other top ideas. Exactly, Tiara. And that was the first thing that came to mind was, oh my God, this is like speed dating. This is like speed dating. It's horrible. I've never been to one of the speed dating events, but in my mind, when you see it on television, that's all that I thought was like, this is like speed dating. But when you see the podcasts that were there, the casters that were there, and the opportunities that came out of it, y'all about to be like, oh, she did that. Y'all better high five up top. And then there were some podcasts that I knew wasn't a good fit, but I still did the pitch. And I did the pitch for a reason. And this is a very good tip. So if you haven't shared out the broadcast already, share out the broadcast, because this is a very good tip. If they don't get anything else from this broadcast today, this is fire. One of the reasons why I still did a pitch, even for people that I knew I would not be per se, quote unquote, a good fit for, is because of two things. I still did the pitch because guess what? I never know who they may know. Podcasters often know other podcasters. They're very, 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 very tight-knit group. They know each other. They engage with each other, and they share out guests with each other and guest information. So if I put myself out there, and even though I may not be a good fit for one person's podcast, who's to say that they don't know another 5 podcasters or even event hosts who would need somebody in my field, someone with my services. So that was one. And then the other reason was, guess what? It still gave me practice. And so I was able to rehearse it if I was able to rehearse it, even though that particular podcaster was not in my genre, was not where my target audience was. Now, there were some that they weren't quote unquote in my target, but I still did the pitch, because guess what? There's ways for me to be able to switch around my topic to fit their target. And so, those two things you have to think about as well. So don't ever think that it's not a good idea for you to pitch simply because that person's target or that person's show, that person's event does not directly deal with your target market. Remember that. Members that. So I am going to get ready to go so I can actually start getting ready to check out and then go get some more work done. You said, yes, ma'am, we do. Yes, being a podcaster and a public relations consultant, I am always being asked for referrals. See, right there for you. I constantly tag people who I know who are experts in their field. Guess what? When you tell people who you are, who you serve, and how you serve, they know that you are the, what did Stevie just say? The expert in your field. Do people know you as the expert in your field? Or do they just think that you're somebody that, you might be able to know something? Maybe. This is a hobby for you. This is a side hustle for you. Or do they know you as the expert in your field? So with the people that I spoke to yesterday, they were able to say that they know me as an expert in my field. And because of my experience, because of the opportunities that I have been a part of, I'm an expert in my field. And if people don't know you as an expert in your field, then what do we say? It's a hobby. It's a hobby. We're trying to take it to the next level. And that means more work needs to be done. That means we need to be out in front of more people. That doesn't always feel good. And greater things are coming. But you got to be willing to put in the work. If you're not willing to put in the work, don't look for the success that you see somebody else having, and you're not willing to put in the work that they put in to get that success. That part is very important. And so as I wrap up episode 43 of Speak Easy, I know that's right. Sharon said, I'm about that life. As I wrap up episode 43, those of you who are looking for a mastermind group, those of you who are looking for support when it comes to being a speaker, bit.ly/DTM member. It is a monthly membership group where literally you get resources for speaking opportunities, you get resources for interviews, you get resources for so much information, all in one group, all in one place for $39 a month. You get everything handed to you basically on a silver platter. You get speaking opportunities, interview opportunities. You also get included into our weekly accountability call, where they do working sessions. They focus on goals and product creation and things of that nature. So as an author, yes, you should always have products and services that you are creating. If you're not, then bit.ly/DTM member. You definitely want to join up. And I look forward to seeing you guys next time on the next episode of Speak Easy. And more information on the upcoming podcast. More information on the upcoming podcast. I'll be back. Actually, I'll probably be back later on my personal page to talk about that part as I move forward with that. But I'm super excited because guess what? Next level, new levels. See you guys. Don't forget to press it out.